Hey folks, figured I'd shoot a little bonus video here after the garden tour. Just show you around a little bit what I've done today, and then maybe ramble a little bit. So here's the corn plot, all cultivated and weeded about 99.9%. Let's check that out. There it is, looks great. So I didn't do that spot behind those bush beans because, as I said in the garden tour, I direct sowed more bush beans back there, so I don't want to mess with that. Same again here on the other side of the trellis, but everything else has been weeded and cultivated. A little birdie. So all that's left to do really is some fertilizing and watering later on this afternoon. So here's the main plot, same again, cultivated and weeded everything. So rattlesnake pole beans on the trellises. I did weed all the onions. No more weeds in between them or around them. What I failed to mention in that video, the garden tool, was all my radishes are coming up just in front of the onions all the way down. So it's all weed free. Now I didn't do every spot in here. I just did the rows, so the peppers, both rows of squash, I just did in between the plants in the row on each of these. All 3 rows of tomatoes, and all the tomatoes that needed tied up have been tied up. Again, all weeded, cultivated. Now in these rows down here, with the carrots, turnips, the kale, lettuce, collards, cauliflower, I actually did beside the raised rows just because I can't get in there without hurting the plants. And I did the same with the peas. It's all weed free, cultivated. Looking pretty good. So again, all really that's left to do is some fertilizing, some watering. Well, that'll be later when the sun starts setting. But yeah, pretty interesting. I mentioned this when I first started the gardening videos. I think it was in my seed haul video. Kind of talked about, you know, God's creation and just how bizarre and unique and whatever other adjective you want to throw to it is to grow things like this, particularly your own food, from just a little seed. And what I'm so thankful and happy for with these gardens and all these plants is that I've started everything from seed. I didn't buy any plants. Again, not a gardener per se. Is my first real gardens ever. Again, I've done the raised bed thing in the past. So super rewarding. It's cool to start that little seed and baby it along, you know, from a seed tray, or whether you direct sow it or what have you, and just watch the growth of the plants, and then eventually obviously get food from it. And even more astounding maybe is that little seed produces the plant in either the fruit or the vegetable or what have you, which in turn gives you, in just one vegetable or fruit perhaps, hundreds of more seeds. Think about that. So to me it's mind-blowing, and I know everyone has their own thing and their own ways and all that stuff, but I attribute that, you know, to God's creation. Like it's amazing to me. So without getting too crazy here, you know, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So chapter 3, verse 5 and 6 says something to the likes of, you know, trust in the Lord, you know, God, Jehovah, whatever you want to say, whatever it is that you believe in, you know, with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding, and He'll make your path straight. So that's pretty powerful right there. Oh, missed one weed. So pretty powerful. And then, you know, all this cultivating that I did, a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat today doing all that for sure. And I'm still not done. I have to come back out, water it, fertilize what needs fertilizing, etc. That's like the hard work done, but even that I don't give myself credit for. Like, yes, it's a lot of work and I'm doing it, but I believe it's God that's germinating everything and making things grow, you know. So kind of like in my other videos when I would discuss with you guys to try it out to whatever extent you can, whether you're growing in buckets or you have a small spot that you can plant your own food. One, it's super rewarding, again, to be able to grow your own food and watch the plants grow, and you know where it's coming from, how it was raised, what was sprayed or not sprayed on it, and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, for me there's just something more to it. And then just another verse, so Genesis 3:19 again says something to the tune of, you know, by the sweat of your brow you will eat your food, and that comes obviously from the Adam and Eve thing. So Adam ate the fruit of the tree, which he wasn't supposed to do. So essentially the ground was condemned, and you know, by the sweat of your brow and doing all this hard work for the rest of your lives until you return to the ground from which you came, that's what you're gonna have to do. And I don't know, people get weird with it, but there's a lot more wisdom and understanding in the Bible that talks about all these things if you read it. And I don't want to give my opinion, but how I look at it, for me, is there's even more to it than that. So if he wasn't supposed to eat the fruit, he did. Now the ground is cursed. You know, some people look at God or Jehovah or whoever, the Lord. I was like, well, that's kind of mean or whatever. But I look at it as the other sense of it. Again, just trusting Him with all your heart and look at the good qualities, because that's what it's all about. And again, that one little seed can produce one fruit or vegetable that has hundreds of seeds, hundreds. So the potential there to grow even more food is just, it's absolutely amazing to me. And I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I was thinking about it earlier, and it's pretty profound. But anyways, so yeah, when I was talking to you guys about growing in buckets or whatever you can do, for me, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm just trying to help you. But that's essentially planting the seed, right? That's all I'm doing. Planting a thought or an idea to, yeah, hey, maybe I'll try that, you know. And if you've never done it before, or you used to do it, stopped, or whatever, to give it a shot and grow your own food again. But I believe it's something way bigger than I believe that wholeheartedly, that makes that germinate, right, and grow into whoever took that little bit of advice or that idea or whatever it is. So none of it is on me. That's way above me for sure. But yeah, I just figured I'd show you the hard work that's been going into this. I'm definitely doing it the hard way as well, all with that little rake. I don't have a wheel hoe. I don't think it would work in my soil anyway, because it gets pretty compact. You know, and to till it all again, that's still hard work. I don't even own a tiller. I'd have to rent it again. But anyways, yeah, just figured I'd share that with you guys. Bonus video. Show you what else got done today after the garden tour, and then just kind of have that little talk or discussion or whatever, and I don't know, maybe open some minds. So appreciate you guys again for joining me. Thank you for your time as always. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care and God bless.